So with the terrible weather we've been having around here recently, it's been tough to get out on the bikes. But it frees up some time to let us do something else we've really been wanting to do. Dig some jumps. So we're here at the UCT jumps that have seen some better days to get them back up and running. But honestly, the place really isn't in that bad a condition. There are obviously grass and weeds grown over everything that needs to be cleared, but most of the jumps and landing are still mostly there, and will just need a bit of rebuilding and reshaping to get back to being rideable, and a bit of sun to deal with this water we've had dumped down on us recently, of course. This place is really cool because there are so many lines to ride, and for now, we are just focusing on getting the main line back up and running. Eventually, we want to get everything back to how it was, and then start possibly making some changes and even building some new features if we can. We're really excited with how things are going and the vision we can see for when everything is built back up and looking good. This place really is a great spot to ride. First of all, it is really easy to get to. Being close to main roads means that it's a real possibility to run across after work in the summer and get some riding in before it gets dark. Secondly, it sits somewhere in the middle of trail jumps and dirt jumps, meaning that while it is probably ideal to ride them on a dirt jump bike, you can definitely get through most of them comfortably on a big trail bike. And lastly, the jumps are all fairly approachable. While there are some really big and intimidating jumps, there are smaller and safer lines to warm up on and get into things. And even when you do get onto the lines with a bit more consequence and you need to know a bit of what you're doing, they start off pretty manageable and then escalate from there to allow you to progress. At the moment, we're still dependent on the weather gods, but we are really hoping to get some tire marks on this dirt soon. So this is our final product. We've tried to dig a bit of drainage at the top, and other than that, we've just mostly cleared a lot of the grass off the top. We're leaving most of the shaping for the end because we're expecting a bit more rain in between. But not too bad for one day's work.